who may not know me, I'm Ross Jackson, one of the change agents from River Road. I'm your informal MC today, so I'll now ask another of my change agent colleagues, Laura, to set the tone with prayer.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. We'd like to open with a word of prayer. Do you mind to stand, please? Let's bow our heads. Heavenly Father, we bow our heads and hearts before you with worship and adoration. We give you thanks in all things, especially for all present this morning. We ask that you bless each of us in our individual circumstance. We thank you for today as we launch Barbados' Best Employers 2018. We ask that you bless this program and give special grace and strength to our sponsors, participating companies, and all who are connected with it. As we focus on our theme, Unleashing the Power of Motivation, a predictor of success, we ask that you help us to understand our calling, our purpose, recognizing our unique talents. Help us, Father, to take the time to discern the strengths of those whom we lead, so that we can use their gifts for the benefit of our companies and our nation. We pray for wisdom and direction for all leaders. Father, guide their decision-making, and give them insight to use your works productively. We ask all this in Jesus' precious name. Amen.
Thank you, Lord. Val isn't with us yet, but I'm sure she's going to join us. Val is the head of marketing and communications at the Nation Group, our media sponsors. Nigel Adams, who's the executive manager of Guardian General Insurance Limited. Claire Jordan, our Barbados Best Employers 2018 panelists. Representatives of the various trade and commercial associations. Members of the press. My own energetic and industrious team at Caribbean Campus. Ladies and gentlemen from all sectors, a warm catalytic welcome to Barbados Best Employers 2018 launch. We are on the way. We have a relevant and exciting agenda this morning. After my overview, Val will speak to the wider Nation Group in general and the Business Authority in particular, continue to partner with us to make sure that this program is sustainable, even in very difficult times. We will then hear from Nigel Adams, Guardian General Insurance Limited, the 2018 Medium Category winner. He will share some of the benefits that his company has derived from participating in BBE programs, plural. We have already engaged the guest speaker for the BBE 2018 Awards luncheon. I think this is the first time we can announce it at the launch, so that's progress. She is Kerry Goye, and Kerry founded Aperio Consulting Group in October 2011. Aperio is out of Missouri, USA, and their tagline is very interesting. It's called Engineering Teams That Work, and it's not referencing the profession of engineers, but really engineering your team to make it work. Today we'll share a little video clip of Kerry as she delivers a TED Talk focused on motivation. This will give you a good sense of her expertise. She will be facilitating a half-day workshop at the Hilton the morning after the awards luncheon, so stay tuned. We aim to wrap up today by 11, the formal part, after which you're invited to join us for some liquid refreshment. I don't think any of them are alcoholic, unfortunately. But we'll continue the dialogue. If you stay after 12, I'll buy you a real drink. Having outlined the agenda, I'll now look at what BBE is. I think we have to always remind ourselves of why we're doing what we're doing and how we're doing it. So what is the concept and the philosophy that drives us to do this every other year? And this is really, in a nutshell, what it is. If each private and public sector entity, team, department in Barbados relentlessly focused on continuously improving leadership of its people and develop an environment of personal accountability, then, as a nation, our productivity would be in good hands. That would clearly redound to sustainability of our nation. And I want my grandchildren to live in Barbados if they want to, not to feel they have to run from it, right? Our motivation and philosophy therefore center around promoting leadership effectiveness through excellent engagement of our best resource, our people nationwide. We are on a mission to seek out exemplary talent in our organization's leadership, highlight it and showcase it so that Barbadian leadership best practices can be shared and replicated by organizations interested in continuous improvement. How do we go about our mission? Not just with passion, but also with a clear plan and process. To get the ball rolling, we invite all organizations, private companies, NGOs, statutory corporations, government departments, I'd love some of them, or any of them operating in Barbados, regardless of size, to register. You have 3 weeks from today until 20th of February to get with the program. Visit our website at CaribbeanCatalyst.com for the electronic booklet with the full details. This booklet will be emailed to various business, industry and professional associations later today for circulation to their membership. It will also be circulated by us in the next 48 hours to our clientele and through an email blast. We will also look at other opportunities to promote it. But I think we have a large turnout here today, and you really have to be the ambassadors for registration. You didn't know you had a role when you came to sit, right? Okay? It doesn't work like that, Catalyst. Everybody has to be on the move, okay? So the trade associations, even if you're a trade association that isn't formally represented here today, but you're here and you belong to the chamber or you belong to BME, I want you to try and encourage the membership to participate. And if any of the associations would like a consultant from Catalyst to come in the next few weeks to any of your gatherings to share what the program is about, we will jump at the opportunity. Your members or your organization has nothing to lose and lots to gain. And I think when Nigel shares with you later, you'll understand that better. I'm not the right person to promote that. The registration forms, which can be completed online, will also be available on our website, so CaribbeanCatalyst.com. We continue to make a purposeful and intentional effort to run a much greener program each time around. And therefore, we're encouraging close to 100% electronic communications, reporting, and especially completion of surveys. Hard copy surveys cut down too many trees. Please let us keep this at the forefront of how we do what we do, not only for BBE, but for everything we do. As you may be aware, there are 3 categories in the BBE program: small, medium, and large. And these are based purely on head count. So small is up to 25 employees, which is the number in the Small Business Act. Medium is 26 to 150 employees, and large is 151 plus. And I think the largest company we had was just over 1,000 employees one year. Participating companies are being assessed in the following areas: business strategy, human resource strategy, your culture, your employee communications, the performance management and recognition that exists formally or informally, work environment, work-life balance, community involvement, development and career opportunities, and compensation and benefits. The assessment is done via interview with the business and HR leaders, but more importantly, through a full staff survey. All survey data is hosted confidentially by our service provider in Houston, Texas. We receive aggregate reports for each company, and further analysis is then done by our team of HR professionals. The analysis is presented to our panel of well-respected, experienced reviewers. This year, joining Pauline Mager-Jordan are Peter Benny and Claire Jordan. Those of you who do not know Pauline, she's a very talented and practical HR professional who led the HR charge at Cape Shepherd and Duty Free Caribbean for a number of years. Pauline calls it like she sees it. After that, she was the HR director at Canawan Resort Development Holdings Limited. She was probably premier of Canawan by then in the Grenadines. Pauline is now based back in Barbados as a sole practitioner. Unfortunately, she's off Ireland for today's launch. We're pleased to welcome Peter Benny as our panel takes on a CARICOM flavor. Peter Benny would probably not be known to many people here, if any, is an HR manager at OMI Bauxite Mining Inc., the largest gold mining and exploration company in Guyana. He did his MBA here at Cave Hill. He has vast experience in HR leadership positions in both government and private enterprises. Peter will be in Barbados for the panel meetings in May and also plans to join us for the awards luncheon in June, and I'm sure the workshop. Our third panelist should be no stranger to the Barbadian business community. We're delighted to welcome Claire Jordan. Unfortunately for her, she's the only one physically present today, so she gets on. But Claire is bringing 20 plus years of strategic business leadership in a very global environment. She has over the years demonstrated her excellent understanding of the importance of truly engaging talent for results. With these three experienced professionals, we expect some robust discussions and deep insights emerging from the review process. Many recommendations for improvements are always generated at this juncture. These are shared with participants when Catalyst debriefs with them in the weeks following the awards. We at Caribbean Catalyst are indebted to the panel for undertaking this important independent review function, which Claire and Peter will understand involves quite a bit of reading. You can back out now. After the review panelists have completed their work, finalists will be announced by mid-May. 3 category winners are announced at the awards luncheon, which will be at the Hilton Barbados on 14th of June 2018. Save the date. Also save the morning of the 15th of June for the half-day workshop previously mentioned. More on both of these events will be shared as the time approaches. Remember, I think I say this every other year, BBE is not a beauty contest. I know Nigel is beautiful, but BBE is not a beauty contest, right? It is a program aimed at helping organizations to chart their continuous improvement path. Participating in BBE every 2 years helps an organization to detect trends in some key organization and cultural factors which you can make or break the organization, and sometimes they're not very visible, but then the survey is really a good pointer. The other point I want to emphasize is that striving to be a finalist is a very positive journey. Being a finalist, not just the winner, is a stamp of quality, progressive people practices, and leading for business improvements through your people. It is a case of the journey being more important than the destination, frankly. The destination, the award, is the icing on the cake. The journey is the cake. If I had to choose between one of the two, I'll take the cake. Business leaders, we need to have a clear view of what our people are thinking and feeling if we are to inspire them to share in a realistic but stretched vision for the future, which is our new reality. We have to do more with less. We all know that today's environment is not business as usual. It really is not business as usual. And how did I lose a page? Whatever our current business reality is, it is the circumstances in which we must succeed. Grumbling about it, fretting about it, does not improve it, right? Neither blaming nor judging our progressive or productive activities. As business leaders, we all need to see challenging times as opportunities to improve our own shop, even if we're not 100% sure of those opportunities yet. We need to find them with entrepreneurial and innovative thinking and actions. Get beyond the thinking and into the actions. Pressing on with our team, contributing solidly and growing. We have at every iteration of BBE looked for progressive ways to add more value for participating companies. And in 2010, we started out with a staff survey. In 2012, we added a feature where we'd be able to extract from the survey an engagement indicator based on Gallup research. In 2014, leaving the engagement indicator in, we also embedded a leadership effectiveness indicator based on John Spence's research. In 2016, we worked to where we could extract a productivity indicator, which is based on the research done by Workplace Productivity Snapshot out of New Zealand. So do you think we're doing something new in 2018? Yes. For 2018, our innovation is focused on indicators of accountability. From research done by Cy Wakeman, an excellent practitioner who does not see herself as a consultant, but as a drama diffuser. Can you imagine a workplace without drama? Some of you might say that might be too boring. Go back home. Participating organizations will find the debriefing session and detailed reports very insightful and constructive. And over the years, I think we've only had one company who didn't organize a debrief over all those years. And they've always commented on how that gave them stuff to work with. At Caribbean Catalyst, we truly believe that participating in BBE gives your organization a very affordable way to understand some of the important intangibles better, and to then have practical plans to improve how you leverage your talent for success. Because you have talent, but you have to find out how to leverage it and maybe even unearth it. Hopefully not, right? I hope that after today you have a much deeper understanding of the BBE program, its importance and its usefulness to any organization, regardless of size or sector, public or private. At this juncture, it is indeed my distinct pleasure to thank the Nation Group and the Business Authority for their continued support of BBE. We started in 2010 as a biennial program. A number of people are shocked that it is still alive and well, but those are people who didn't know me well or my team. And we have been supported through those years with media sponsorship from the Nation and the Business Authority. It would have been very easy for the Nation to say that in these tough economic and I dare say political times, we cannot continue our sponsorship, but they haven't told me that yet. They too are very committed to this vital program, and we understand the reality, but that is why the program becomes more important in my view. So it is now my absolute honor and pleasure to invite Val, I can't call her Valerie, we've known each other forever, to share a few thoughts on your group's perspective on the program. Val?
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. It's truly a pleasure to be here this morning to again offer support to the Barbados Best Employers Program produced by Caribbean Catalyst, Inc. So, as Ross would have mentioned, the Nation Publishing Company Limited and our Business Authority newspaper have been a ready partner for this initiative from its inception. And simply put, it's great to be back on board. So, why have we maintained our long partnership and support for the BBE? Well, nothing's changed. It's still evident to us, and to many others, that it is virtually impossible to run a successful business without bright, committed, engaged, and productive people. It is clear that employees are the single biggest asset of any progressive organization. It is therefore essential that companies not only strive to create a good working environment, but also to maintain it. I cannot name a single company or business who doesn't want to attract the best and brightest talent, who doesn't want lower levels of absenteeism, lower staff turnover, and consistently productive team players, because anyone in business is in it to succeed. This is why a program like BBE is so useful and important to our business community. Periodic HR audits help us to review our employment culture and practices and ensure that they remain relevant and effective. It gives us an opportunity to benchmark against best practices and helps us to establish and maintain high standards to the benefit of our staff and, of course, the overall company. As publishers of the Business Authority, the leading local business publication, we feel compelled to not only report relevant business news, but also to help foster a business environment that allow companies to be their competitive best, irrespective of their operating jurisdictions. Over the time that it has been established, the Barbados Best Employers Program has done much to highlight and build exemplary HR practices across both small, medium, and large organizations. I therefore encourage every company, private, public, and organizations and associations in Barbados to take advantage of this initiative and readily sign up as a participant or even as a sponsor. I want to thank Ross and the Caribbean Catalyst team for their continued commitment to this project, and we look forward to working with them to ensure another successful installment of the Barbados Best Employers Program. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you.
Next on our agenda, as I told you before, Nigel Adams will now share with us what he and Guardian General experienced in participating in BBE. Over to you, Nigel.
Rosalind Jackson, Managing Director of Caribbean Catalyst Inc. Other members, change agents of the Caribbean Catalyst Inc. Ms. Valerie Hope, Head of Marketing and Communications of the Business Authority of the Nation Group. Representatives of other organizations, especially invited guests, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. Winners are not people who never fail, but people who never quit. Good morning. It is an honor for me to share with you the path we have traveled to becoming the winner in the medium category of the Barbados Best Employers Award Program 2016. I will share with you, firstly, Guardian People's philosophy. Then I will give you some insight into the process towards winning the BBE award, my experience as a participant, and the benefits of the BBE Employers Program to organizations. Our philosophy. We at Guardian General truly believe that our employees are our most valuable asset, and we are committed to ensuring that our policies and practices support this belief. One of our objectives, therefore, is to be an employer of choice. We embrace the philosophy that value is created by satisfied, loyal, and productive employees. Satisfied employees play a pivotal role in driving external customer satisfaction, retention, loyalty, and ultimately revenue growth and profitability. We believe that maintaining a high-performance culture is a continuous process which will, inter alia, respect the feelings and rights of others and convey the fundamental belief that all employees have worth. Avoid actions and decisions that can disengage employees. Provide timely and honest feedback to employees. Support actions and decisions that increase employees' natural ability to self-motivate. Our employees can expect respect, fair treatment, fair compensation for performance, opportunities to learn and grow, safe and comfortable work environment, appreciation and involvement, being treated as an important member of the team. I will now speak a little bit about the process towards the BBE award. Our road to winning in 2016 was carefully charted, spanning a period of 4 years. As I sat there, Roz, I actually forgot this before. We actually were approaching 2010 and took a decision not to participate at that time because we didn't think we were ready. Back in 2012, we were first invited to participate in the Barbados Best Employers Program. At that time, we agreed to participate, but we also agreed internally that we would use the interviews and staff surveys that were to be conducted by Caribbean Catalyst solely for the purpose of obtaining an independent baseline assessment of our local HR practices. We did not enter the competition in 2012 with any expectation of winning. It was a rigorous and invaluable assessment process, with both management and staff being interviewed and assessed separately. Assessments covered key aspects of our organization, as Rosalind mentioned. I will just repeat again: business and HR strategy, culture, morale, employee communications, work environment, work-life balance, community involvement, performance management and measurement systems, development and career opportunities, compensation and benefits. Even though the management at the company always felt that our HR practices were good, there were certainly certain weaknesses to which we were blinded, but which the BBE program highlighted for us. Needless to say, we did not qualify as a finalist, but that was not our objective. We took those results from the debriefing and contracted Caribbean Catalyst, in particular we worked with Ms. Lara Husbands, to conduct some staff-focused group surveys to drill down further and to find out in more detail what the staff was really saying to us. The data from these surveys were categorized and formed the basis of our HR strategy. This HR strategy was then written into our overall strategic plan for the 2014-2016 period. And it was a plan to which all of our staff had the opportunity to contribute. We held a one-day retreat at the Barbados Hilton at the beginning of 2014. At that retreat, we shared the complete strategic plan with staff and invited them to volunteer to work on our strategic teams, which were being established to ensure the successful execution of our plans. Having successfully rolled out these plans with significant buy-in from staff, many of whom volunteered to work alongside management as members of the various strategic teams, we then started the process of continuous measurement and monitoring of results and progress made through periodic internal assessments. We did not wait on Caribbean catalysts. We invited our AVP of Corporate Planning and Implementation from our head office in Trinidad to conduct internal surveys for us. These surveys covered every aspect of our organization: staff engagement, leaders harnessing engagement for our productivity, leadership effectiveness, office culture, employee communication, performance management and recognition, work environment, work-life balance, corporate vision and mission, staff development and career opportunities, compensation and benefits, quality and customer focus, and community involvement. This was an ongoing process that we took very seriously, taking timely corrective action wherever and whenever it was warranted. When we were invited again in 2014 to participate in the BBE program, we felt that even though we had made significant progress from 2012, we still were not ready for the competition. We therefore did not participate in 2014, but had set our sights on being a finalist in 2016, and we were committed to achieving this goal. Our head office, and in particular our Chief Executive Officer, was very supportive of our efforts and indicated that he was awaiting the results in 2016. That certainly increased the pressure, but we remained focused on our objective. In 2016, at the award ceremony, there were 10 persons who attended the 2016 ceremony, comprising management, HR, and the general staff. It was a tense and anxious moment for us as we watched the video clips of our competitors, and I know that many of us held our breath. To hear our company being declared the winner was, to use a popular term, an epic moment for us. So much so that after we left the Hilton Hotel, we went right away to Wine World and returned to the office, where we held an impromptu staff meeting and where everyone celebrated our achievement. To this day, we continue to highlight this accomplishment on our letterheads and emails, which carry the BBE winner medium category logo right next to our corporate logo. And I want to emphasize that, right next to our corporate logo. It was that important for us. It was a proud moment for us, not just because we were winners, but especially because we knew that we could not have done it without the keen participation of everyone at Guardian General. To know that the entire staff body was united in achieving this goal was definitely as important as taking that award home. I think, Roz, you made reference to that earlier. My experience as a participant, the BBE program was most enjoyable and, of course, a learning experience. Working with Caribbean Catalyst has always been easy because of the excellent talent pool working at that organization, even though the process is rigorous. There were many lessons learned along the way, and I will just highlight 8 of them quickly. 1, there's a direct correlation between high-performing organizations and effective leadership. 2, organizations perform best when staff is motivated and actively engaged. I call this synchronization, when you think about the synchronized swimmers in the Olympics. Strategic plans are nothing more than words on paper. If not executed effectively, monitored, and results measured, are critical components in the implementation process. There is no alternative to effective communication with staff. Employees are bursting with ideas and await the right environment in which to share such ideas. There must be mutual respect within the organization. Staff must be appreciated, and this must be shown. And finally, when staff members are productive, they must be rewarded in some form. The benefits of the BBE program to our organization. Participating in the program has been of tremendous benefit to us at Guardian General. There has been an improvement in all key areas measured when compared to where we were in 2012. Just to give you some insight. In terms of culture, in 2012, our score was 72.6%. That improved in 2016 to 84.16%. Employee communications moved from 76.2% in 2012 to 82.49% in 2016. Work environment moved from 80% in 2012 to 84.44% in 2016. Work-life balance moved from 69.9% in 2012 to 80.37% in 2016. Community involvement moved from 78.2% in 2012 to 87.32% in 2016. Performance management moved from 75.8% in 2012 to 85.52% in 2016. And development and career opportunities moved from 73.8% to 83.76% in 2016. Employee motivation and active engagement have been critical success factors for us. Our employees are actively motivated and actively engaged and motivated. To give you an example, because of the economic conditions last year, at the beginning of the year we took a decision not to be involved, not to have a staff party as we are accustomed, on the basis that we are accustomed to. And I thought that was it and staff would be upset. Far from it. A group of staff members came and said, we will have a staff party, and we will plan it, and we are going to fund it ourselves. They, all on their own, they invited each staff member to contribute $60. Having seen that, the company pitched in as well, but pitched in 10% of what it normally would spend on a staff party. So the cost of the company was somewhere around, maybe less than 10% actually, of what it normally spends on a staff party. The staff party was held at the company's premises in our recreation room. The staff undertook to decorate the room. There are some members here and they can attest to this. The ambiance was fantastic. When you saw that room, you could not believe, you thought you were at a hotel. And the food was great. Not to speak about the camaraderie of the staff. We had an enjoyable time, and the company spent no more than 10% of what it would usually spend. The staff came and they used the phrase, they said, you're not going to spend the money, but we still jamming. We jamming still. We jamming still. You all know that song? We jamming still. We therefore do not think that it was a coincidence that our best financial year in our 38 years here in Barbados operating was in 2016. Our best financial performance was in 2016, and best by far. I invite therefore all those present who have not yet participated in this program to register now. I want to encourage those who have entered in the past and were not successful to persevere. But go back and develop a plan and make sure you implement that plan with the support of your staff. Remember, winners are not people who never fail, but people who never quit. I want to say thanks to Caribbean Catalyst, who continue to work with us and have worked with us over the past number of years. I want to say, if I may say this, they're an excellent bunch of people down River Road. And I want to thank our staff as well for their sterling efforts and hard work. Thank you all, good luck, and best wishes to all of you.